Hey guys, and welcome back for more Battle Network 6 shenanigans. We've got more fish to find and put back in correct tanks. That's how the minigame works.
I am so legitimately surprised, and I'm not joking here. I am legit surprised you did not say we have more fish to fry. Cause knowing you, that'd be the first level joke you would snatch up at any moment.
Look, I just want to put this out here. Whenever I say something and it turns out to be pun-like, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm making a fucking pun, alright? This happens way more than it should.
Pun-like?
Ugh. Don't, alright? Just fucking don't. Do you like the tank cannon I've since put in my deck, by the way? I love using it for overkill, because as we all know, there ain't no kill like overkill.
Yeah, the tank cannon's pretty good. This is an attack that a NetNav you met in Battle Network 5 uses a Colonel, which is based off of the X4 character from Mega Man X4, and he's got some interesting stuff coming up in this game. I'm not gonna spoil it for your sake and for the sake of time, but we'll see what happens.
I kind of already know. I read ahead in the FAQ.
Okay, just making sure, but this is still for the viewers. Let's just assume that none of them have ever played this really old game before. Hey guys, have you heard about a game called Undertale? It's completely nuts.
Ah, the latest hit sensation.
Supposedly what happened is that somebody gave a copy of that to the Pope, of all things. Because you know the Papist will have time to play that.
Just alright.
Alright.
There's that fucking Twitter account called I Sent the Pope ... And there's one that says I sent the Pope to the Shadow Realm.
Is there like a picture for that?
No, it's even funnier without context, I think. So, anyway, getting back on topic. This fish here says he can remember like long ago, so we're obviously looking for a very old creature here, and wouldn't you know it, there's a Nautilus tank.
Well, I suppose we have to go back to Pokemon somehow with, what was it? Man, it's been so long since Twitch Plays Pokemon, I'm trying to remember the fucking memes inspired. They have a Twitch Plays Pokemon Go now! They are doing this right now on Twitch as of this recording.
Oh man, I have strong opinions about Twitch Plays Pokemon.
Why don't you tell them to me?
I will, because there's quite some time before we get to the boss. I feel Pokemon, well, Twitch Plays Pokemon, if I only said Pokemon Go there, I feel TPP sabotaged itself by doing Gen 2 right away, instead of waiting for a month and letting the hype slightly die down and then fire back up.
You know, I agree with you, actually, because the original following that, you know, Twitch Plays Pokemon created was so nuts, so crazy, like, from what little I've seen, you know, all the other kind of fan art and things like that. They really should have went for the slow burn for that kind of thing, and I do agree in that they should have just kind of waited a little bit, let it soothe off, and then go in and do, you know, Generation 2. I have a question, actually. Did they ever do, like, Twitch Plays the Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy?
Ooh, I do not know, but I'll have a look. I know they got up to, like, X and Y, and I think they did Auras as well.
I really would like to see them do the card game, because I'm a huge fan of that game. Like, it's like one of my favorite games, I've said that before, but, you know, just to see them kind of work together to do that, I think it would be a lot easier on the Twitch voting system, actually.
Twitch Plays Pokemon trading card game. There's something about it here, but I'm not entirely sure if it's like a fan-made thing or whatnot, but, man, you can just read the page for yourself, I guess.
Well, I mean, like, if it existed, there probably would be, like, a archival video or something like that.
Oh, it was like an intermission of Pokemon trading card game played between major runs after they started Pokemon XD.
Okay, alright, that makes sense. Like, I'll have to go watch that, because I kind of want to see how they do. Kingler, my boy!
Get in there.
Unfortunately, the water is boiling hot.
Oh, Jesus, no! Goodbye! Goodbye, cruel world!
Now, I think, like, what you're supposed to do is, like, you're not supposed to have, like, water boiling super hot right away, because then, like, the lobster or frog... No, this is a legit thing.
No, I'm laughing at the dialogue for once, okay? I'm giving context to what's happening on screen like you should do in a Let's Play.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot we were going through a dungeon area here. But, like, I think what you do is, like, you don't have it boiling right away. What you do is you have to start it off, like, mildly warm. You put it in there, you let it settle, and then you just slowly increase the temperature. So they'll just stay there and chill and cook to death, basically. Like, that's with, like, lobster, and I think with frogs, too.
Pleasant. pleasant commentary all around. Die, sea creatures, die!
Well, some of them are tasty animals. I do not eat fish, actually. I used to. Like, when I was younger, we had this, okay, admittedly kind of shitty fish restaurant. I wonder where the boss is, by the way.
Go on.
What wavelength was that on, by the way? Because I'm interested to see if dogs heard that. But basically, like, when I was growing up, we had, like... And these are still around, but I haven't seen any around here, actually. It's probably, like, way off. It's this restaurant, you know, near where I live called Captain D's, and they serve some really cheap seafood. And what the main dish that I used to get was, like, cod. It was fried. There was, like, some vinegar shit with it. It had, like, fries or whatever. And I used to eat that a lot. But then, like, one time I had it, and I just was sick of it. I think the vinegar was too strong, or things like that. And since then, I have not eaten fish in any form, really.
Huh. Odd, because I had fish fingers and chips for my lunch today.
You're just, like, you know, rubbing it in my face. Oh, look at all this delicious fish you could be having.
Well, you're the guy over there trying to give it all this with health and fitness and whatnot, and I'm just the human garbage compactor.
Well, I mean, that's true. Not about the garbage compactor. Not that. No. About the whole, you know, fitness thing. Because fish is a good source of protein, you know, various oils and omega fats or whatever that you need. And I don't like it. I just don't really like fish. I was never a fan of shrimp, by the way. I have a real vendetta against eating what I conceive to be the bugs of the sea. Because that's what they are. They're bugs.
I agree. I'm not a fan of, like, prawns either.
Like prawn. Well, I mean, I really wouldn't be a fan of prawns ever since, like, District 9 came out, because I think that would have turned me off of the concept forever, you know?
Ah, yeah, good point, good point.
I'm watching you, Penguin, by the way.
Why do I have to be in a fish tank? I'm not a fish.
Hey, yeah, that's a good question. Don't blush at me. This isn't weird. You're making it weird.
Alright, a couple more to go, and then we can go fight the boss whose identity should be obvious, but for the purposes of creating fake mystery and excitement, I will not reveal right now.
I hope you guys don't find that demeaning, by the way. I mean, we're just kind of doing it to have something to talk about later on, as opposed to blowing our load now.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're not fighting a boss pattern after the anime, because otherwise I could just go on that for like a million years again.
Yeah, whenever you need like 12 minutes to pad out in a Let's Play, just have Helldragon talk about the anime, it's fine.
I've actually had, at work one time, my manager who isn't you know, at my workplace anymore, he's like, I want you to talk into this for like 3 minutes. And it was like this app, what it does is that it takes what you say, and it syncs it to like a popular song. It does like the beat and everything. It's actually kind of cool. So I'm sitting there, I'm talking about whatever comes to mind, and when I listen back to it, it's really interesting to hear, you know, the techno beat going on for when I'm talking about stuff like my exercise program and behavioral psychology to like a funky beat. You know, I kind of want to see more of those.
Oh my god, you got Game Grumps remix.
Oh my god, no, that's a horrible thing. I kind of wish, like, I know we've had like a few animations of us. I'm not asking for any, by the way, but I don't know. It's always kind of neat to see like the fan stuff for like the commentary group out there, because it's always cool when somebody makes something for something that you've done.
Yeah.
Like that's a really neat feeling, you know, in my opinion. I always love seeing that kind of stuff.
Because there's watching the show, and that's all we really ask of you. You know, your viewers. We can't really ask you to like go above and beyond that, but for those people who love like HFC enough to create fan art or like fan media for us, it just really makes you feel appreciated.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, even at the end of the day, all we're doing is fucking bitching about Mega Man over here. So, you know, just to know that we've done some kind of special thing is always nice, in my opinion. Anyway, enough self-flagellation. How have you been?
Flagellation?
Okay, maybe that was the wrong word.
I was gonna say, congratulation, masturbation, maybe?
Yeah, that's the word I think we should have said.
I'm basically a master at moving around the grid at this point. None can, like, top me when it comes to Battle Network.
Yeah, I mean, like, after a while you just get used to all, like, the patterns and things like that. And because, you know, once you do that, because the action isn't as fast-paced as it can get in, like, Star Force. Like, I've seen some really fast battles in Star Force. like, after a while, once you kind of learn what you're doing in a given area, the fights just kind of get a bit repetitive after a while. But again, the random encounters sort of contribute to that. Now, one thing I will actually mention that I did want to mention back there, but we were too busy talking, of course, was that the sharks will move on the water areas, but if you actually go up on a platform with, like, the ramp, they can't follow you on there. There's actually, like, a ramp back up there, I believe, where you have to actually go that way to kind of get them to back off a little bit so you can make a dash for the main entrance.
Yeah, they may be predators, but they obey rules. They're all about bureaucracy.
Yeah, as you know, sharks are especially insistent on following rules.
Very particular when it comes to filing stuff, which is really odd considering they're in the ocean, and, you know, all the paper gets wet and whatnot.
I thought that shark was gonna get you back there. No, I'm gonna take a moment and get some mystery data.
Oh, implying this isn't like take 6 or 7. You're cute. You're adorable.
You're right, I am. I'm just glad it's being appreciated after all.
I'm uncomfortable now.
You should be. Okay, again, this is not a fish. You don't put it in the fish bone tank. You put it in the seal bone tank. Oh, that's just dark. I remember. I'm really, Digimon.
Who's that Pokemon? It's giant fat elephant seal. Elephant seal? Elephant seal?
Isn't that like Celio?
Huh.
Yeah, we have like actual seal Pokemon, so.
Well, there's Seal, S-E-E-L, and, you know, Dugong.
What is this picture you posted here?
Wait, what am I looking? Oh, right, the fucking Twitch Plays Pokemon thing.
Oh, okay, I'm fixing to say, because it's like fucking, the drawing is like a really shitty kind of Chinese Yugi knockoff, and he's got like a Pokemon.
I'm gonna have to fucking put that up on screen now, I hope you realise.
Please do. Actually, the sequel to that game was really fun. Like, I streamed that a while back, and we, honest to God, kind of also tying back into the fan art thing we talked about, somebody actually did, like, the first legit fan art I found of that game. And that's nuts. So that was actually a pretty cool part of the stream.
I specifically remember one quote from you when you told the chat off for potentially shitposting.
Was it? Oh, did I do that? It's been a while.
Oh yeah, you did.
I wouldn't deny that. I'm just saying, like, I really don't remember what I said, if at all.
Well, you're the kind of guy who comes on, talks, collects your paycheck, and go home, aren't you?
Well, that is pretty much my job. Yeah, that's my actual job. Well, they don't have me talk a lot. Well, I mean, I talk a lot in the back, because what else am I doing? I'm testing electronics, come on.
Oh, thank God we don't have to ramble anymore.
Well, now we just ramble over the boss instead.
Ah, of course.
Okay, well, to be fair, it'll be focused rambling, because then we can actually talk about what the boss is doing.
Nothing like a bit of Minerg before a boss.
Is it like little soda cans like it was in, like, the Mega Man cartoon? Because the idea of, you know, Mega Man EXE have a tiny little soda can is kind of fun.
Oh, I love that gif of Eddie pouring, like, liquid into Mega Man's mouth. It's vaguely creepy and a little bit sexual.
It sure does sound creepy and weirdly sexual, yeah. Just adding some more ridiculous power to our deck.
I would cut this out, but I wanted to show a little bit of, like, deck management from time to time. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really structured my deck as well as I possibly could have done. I go for powerful attacks, and that's roughly about it.
That's typically what I did too. I like to rely on the stuff I could chain the most, usually like as close to a single chip code and like type as I could. Lots of cannons and stuff. I prefer fighting long range, personally.
Oh, so no swords and that lot then.
Well, I had a few swords. If they were like stupid powerful ones, then yeah, I put those in. I am but a innocent submarine.
Oh, here we go. He's coming.
Oh, he really is a submarine, just with arms on.
Yeah, he's gone full sub now. Here's a picture of what the original Diveman looked like. Not one of my favourite, like, Robot Master designs, and his EX form is... It's okay. I don't really have a problem with it. I would say the fight itself is better than his, like, character design.
I don't know, I actually really kind of like Diveman EXE. It sort of sums up the whole, you know, design philosophy. But he has an appealing design and shape, and he's colored blue. Blue's always my favorite color, so there you go, it works out.
But it's thematically appropriate for fighting in an aquarium, I guess.
Well, I would hope so. It's not like you don't see, like, purple submarines run around, do you?
Okay, Diveman. The main thing to look out for in this battle is that there will be torpedoes coming down the lines at all times. And you'll see here, there's always like one line that's left free. So keep on the move, keep an eye out for these guys, and counter when you're able. But be careful though, because he can send a tidal wave all the way back. Well, all the way back but one. So if you stay on like your back line, you should be fine.
Another thing you have to consider about the missiles is if you're trying to shoot him with your buster and certain chips, the missiles will actually block that. So you really have to watch out for where Diveman is actually moving so you can hit him with an attack. And of course, you can only hit him when he surfaces. And that's usually when he's trying to attack, of course. So you definitely want to be careful for that. But beyond the missile problem, which is usually the hardest thing I have when it comes to fighting Diveman, he's not that bad. He's still a pretty early game boss. He's not terrible, though.
It's more like a tutorial for like dodging moving objects on like the grid field, really.
I do love how the grid has allowed the various navis throughout the series to have some really creative and interesting attacks to really make each battle feel different and unique, and that's one big thing I really like about Battle Network.
It's cool how I can like end a battle, a boss battle at that, within the space of a minute, whereas in like any other RPG, even like Mario and Luigi, which really gets to the point, would take like upwards of like 3 to 5.
That's true. Just knowing what you're doing, it was made for a handheld, so it makes sense that the bosses are a bit easier and quicker to kill considering the potentially limited battery space you had available.
You say that, but the RPG I just referenced was also on the GBA.
Well, that's true. Even then, you know, it's not like those battles were hard. But like you said, yeah, they did take longer.
Okay, this was the main crux of the aquarium mission. We had to ring the bell to get all the animals and fishies and whatnot back into their cages.
It's that Pavlov shit going on, you see, because when they hear the bell, their food is what they assume is going to be there waiting for them.
Did he explode? Was he even there to begin with?
Did we just fight like a spirit goes, you better stop believing you're in an aquarium because you're in one?
Oh, jeez.
Who's crying, Mick?
Alright, I'll be there as fast as possible.
Oh my god, they're eating him, and then they're gonna eat me! Oh my god!
Oh, what am I gonna tell his parents? Oh, I'm sure they don't care.
Well, Mick is kind of an asshole, so I'm pretty sure nobody will complain.
Do it radically though, we'll get it out.
Going to the aquarium, it's awesome. Da 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 da.
Oh, we got us an old-fashioned kidnapping situation. I was wondering when one of the, fucking operators, well, the evil operators, would just straight up say, oh right, I'm a human and I can do human things.
Well, they've done that before. Like, the guy who operated Beastman kind of had the entire zoo he was at underneath his control because he had the animals threaten people.
Beastman was in what Mega Man Battle Network game?
3.
Okay, let me have a look at
I don't
this.
remember the NetOps fucking name, it's been a while.
I'm looking up Beastman over here. Whoa, that's dope.
Beastman is actually a pretty good design. Like, we all thought it was going to be Slashman, but you know what? We'll talk about that later.
Yes, I know Slashman's in the game.
Okay, he's in the Falzer version, so we won't actually be encountering him here.
Oh.
Oh well. I'm just gonna train this human next. I don't need fish. I'm good at that.
Jump through the hoop, boy. Yar.
Okay, that could get into some weird places. Oh wait, I know Kung Fu. Oh wait, no I don't.
Oh Jesus, here comes the cavalry. You know what that ball means?
What does it mean?
It means Fanny is here.
And they mauled him because it was feeding time.
The end.
I think he's dead. Oh my god, you killed him. No, you didn't kill him.
No,
Okay.
he's dying, clearly.
That's true, internal bleeding does not have to be shown to be implied.
That fucking elephant seal weighs tons. Not pounds, it weighs it in tons.
Yeah, that's true. They really could crush that guy to death. Aw, isn't that great? Too bad we won't see the penguin probably ever again.
Ah, Platon, you're my new net navvy.
This is Baka Kawaii Desu. We're not friends and stuff. We did to...
Stop talking.
That's probably a good idea.
Cease the kawaiiness.
I'm sure it won't mean anything in the future. Fuck it, we'll let the police handle it. They've been doing such a good job so far.
You may think that's the end of Captain McPirate Man, but no, he'll be appearing again later in the story, and at the point I'm at, I haven't actually seen him yet, but I know that I'm going to see him, so make of that what you will.
It's called Chekhov's fish stick.
A beautiful phrase, used by morons.
Thank you, I guess. What, really? I couldn't tell.
Why did he run specifically to Mick, though? That's what I want to know.
Mick looked... Fuck, I don't know. I guess he was looking for land and he misjudged.
Nan's a very easygoing kind of kid. He's like, no one got hurt except the evil guy who didn't really have a soul, so I consider that a job well done.
Yeah, I mean, we only broke both of his legs, but it's completely fine. There was no blood on screen, so everything's okay.
Oh, Mick, you're just a fucking asshole. Watch this shit.
I thought he was gonna kick him in the junk and run, which would have been funnier and probably what I would have done.
Why is a penguin falling for this?
Well, it's a penguin. Penguins are stupid. Oh! He's fat! He's fat!
Watch out, he'll inject us with his obesity virus!
What? Did they jump off? Oh no, they probably ran into door. Although jumping off would probably been funnier. Oh, I gotta get away from this fucking penguin! Ah!
And so ends the adventures of Lan and Mick in Seaside Town.
Sayonara, Plata the Penguin. Now available in the next Sonic game. Oh, I gotta put this on Twitter. I just saw that big blue bird over there.
That's why new users have eggs on Twitter.
Ah, I see.
I love that picture. It's like, well, if it isn't that guy on Twitter who told me to go fuck myself, and it's just a picture of an egg.
I saw that too,
egg.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, okay, Mick, you're gonna crush me, blah blah blah. You missed the penguin. Just admit it. Let the tears roll down the scar on your face. In fact, women might like you more for that.
Yeah, so you gotta admit it, Mick. When you walk away. ... He got in a very rough dodgeball match, didn't he? And that's why he developed the toughened personality he has now.
If you can dodge a penguin, you can dodge a ball.
But you can't dodge love.
You can't dodge your emotions. Meanwhile, in the void.
Can somebody get the lights? I mean, like, I'm a NetNavi, I don't need to see, but, you know, I'm just saying. It doesn't matter, they forgot to load my logo anyway.
Who even am I? I could be Mega Man, for God's sake.
Well, in Mega Man Battle Network 4 and 5...
was there evil Mega Mans?
Yes, there was evil Mega Mans.
What, as in plural?
Well, no, just the one, but you said Mega Man, so...
Okay.
Gathering Navi energy. Is this Sailor Moon? What are you talking about?
This is all very... What's the word I'm looking for here?
Stupid?
Well, I can't really judge Battle Network before I finish it. When the credits start rolling, I'll go back and retroactively dub all of these, like, plot pivotal moments stupid, but for now I'm just going to say it's very foreboding and atmospheric. Now, I know what they're talking about in regards to absorption and whatnot, but I can't tell you. You're just going to have to wait for that.
Yeah, we'll get to that part eventually.
A hard day's work. Time to go home.
I'm going home for a yoo-hoo, Mick. See you later.
Hey, Dad, what's up?
Don't I have an office?
Turns out he just goes and like hangs around the bus stop all day. He doesn't even have a job.
If Mom says it's good, it's probably not.
Is she known for being a bad cook in the sewers?
No, I'm just highly suspicious.
Okay, beware of mums bearing false dinners, I guess. Alright guys, we shall see you next time for another climactic installment of Mega Man Battle Network 6. Climax may or may not be included. See you then!